Hey guys, welcome back to another video by Fully Informed Trade, or Fitrade for short, knowledge for everyone. My name is Alex, and today I'm just going to go ahead and review the second part of my silver and gold review, the one that was made in the morning, and this one is going to be the one for the evening after more or less most of the trading session is already through. So without any delay, let's go ahead and review these key. Alright, let's start by reviewing the US dollar index. US dollar index did break below this key trend line at around 10 a.m. And that key trend line is very important, guys, because I was mentioning that if you break below this trend line, chances are you'd see gold and silver go higher. And that's pretty much what happened. I guess you could call it Federal Reserve manipulation or permanent open market operations, and that's pretty much where the Federal Reserve goes in and inflates the economy like crazy. And sometimes they do currency manipulation as well. So again, dollar index does weaken. And how do those commodity traders fare in response to that? Well, we were seeing an initial uptrend between 4 a.m. to around 8 a.m. somewhere in that area. I mean, obviously we were able to hold on to the support level multiple times, but then again, right at 10 a.m. is when the things started getting a little hairy, and of course they broke right below that trend line. So what happens? Well, obviously silver spot rallies from around 10 a.m. onwards, and that would have been a really great opportunity right around there, 10 a.m. onwards. You see a break below that dollar index trend line, and of course you have to react in the opposite manner and just go long the silver spot. Silver spot rallies substantially off that dollar index weakness, and you guys have to look at the 3-month chart how much more the silver market has continued going higher. Remember, guys, I wasn't exactly bearish silver. I was just very cautious of silver until I found a very good reason to be buying silver again. That reason came along throughout my trading day when I saw the dollar index break below this key trend line right here. Therefore, it implied that silver and gold should be going higher because the dollar index has broken a key area of support. Once you see that key area of support broken, chances are silver and gold will go higher. But at the initial outset of my video, or my last video on silver and gold, the only information I had available to me is that the US dollar index was coming from an inverse head and shoulder. They were going higher, they broke the neckline, they were continuing, and they were able to continue to find support on this key trend line area. And obviously, once you break below that trend line though, all of that is taken off the table, then you resume your bullish bias on silver and gold. And again, if you hear the wording very closely, it just meant that if the dollar index was going to continue going higher, you would just wait and not buy those silver and gold stocks. But if you saw the dollar index break below a key area of support, obviously you would go back into silver and gold, and that's exactly what happened today. And you just got to be very, very careful when you're trading. Just give me a moment to refresh the chart. Right now we're taking a quick glimpse at silver wheaten. It is finding somewhat of a resistance at around $46 per share, and yeah, we are finding somewhat of a double top pattern in here, but that should be negated if in the case the silver and gold market continue going higher, even though they have occasional pullbacks here and there. Next one is silver wheaten. Silver wheaten was able to pull back a bit, like I was mentioning earlier in my videos, was that you did see some potential of a minor pullback off a trend line, but then it did eventually come back from it and continue going higher. Again, you just got to watch that silver spot, and again, make your trading decision based upon what silver actually does. And silver actually decided to go higher on dollar weakness, and again, that was a really, really great thing. Unfortunately, I didn't make a video at 10 a.m. Eastern Standard Time. I made it at 4 a.m. Eastern Standard Time, and of course, there's a huge difference in data at that point. So again, I can only make a decision based upon available data, and that was to buy when you see a great bounce in silver and gold again on dollar weakness. And again, that's what kind of happened later on after my video. So silver wheaten did continue going higher. It did bounce off the 200-day moving average. It went all the way to 45.92. And let's go ahead and see some key areas of resistance if there are any. And one of them is $46.23. We are getting close to that, and silver is at all-time highs. I do think that this stock is a little undervalued, but again, people are having a hard time plugging in how much a higher price in silver is honestly worth to a company that mines and I guess produces silver. So again, you guys just got to watch that support level or resistance level actually very closely, and chances are it will be broken. This silver and gold can continue this upwards trend, and we are still in an upwards trend, at least on a monthly, intraday basis on your daily charts. But every say, you know, occasionally, every now and then, you'll see somewhat of a downtrend in the 10-minute chart, and you guys got to be fairly cautious of that. But right now, we are seeing an uptrend in the silver market, and we continue to see that type of momentum. We also look back at the dollar index. Dollar index isn't finding any support. It is having some lower lows, lower highs right there. I mean, you're not getting any traction, and you're just continuing to go lower. So again, until this uptrend does reverse, chances are you're going to see silver and gold trade even higher throughout the evening, nightly, and even early morning session. But if the dollar index does finally find somewhat of a support and does end up getting a pop or two, don't be too surprised by it. In fact, you'll probably see it. And again, you just, if you're trading overnight or early morning session, you just wait for a minor pullback and wait for the dollar index to finally break a key area of support, and then you just go back into the silver and gold trade. Now, let's go ahead and review the final stock, and that's Barrick Gold, or Barrick Gold. Pretty much Barrick Gold did break above this key area trend line, and it wasn't that hard to detect. All you had to do was just watch the dollar index. It broke below at 10 a.m. At 10 a.m. it broke, 10:30 a.m. I mean, you see the dollar index continuing to go lower, and then of course you see the gold spot continue to go higher from 10 a.m. onwards. That was your signal, and that pretty much implied that you're going to see these stocks go substantially higher. And yeah, I mean, obviously I was very cautious on Tuesday's trading session, but it looks like there was no need to be it looks like there was no need to be so cautious. But again, with the current available data I had at hand, that's the best call I could honestly make, because everything was pointing towards a minor uptrend in the dollar index and a minor downtrend in gold and silver. But again, dollar index breaks the support level, gold and silver break above their resistance areas, and on you see a huge surge and rally inside of the gold and silver market. But again, would I still be a buyer? It's hard to say. Again, I would wait to see what happens with gold and silver right before 10 a.m. and also what happens in the early morning session as well. But if you're in this for the longer term, it wouldn't be a bad idea to hold on to gold and silver, the commodity. As far as the gold and silver mining stocks, I'm more of a trader in those. I like to buy and sell, or short and cover. So, but again, some great trades. And again, if I made a video at 10 a.m., obviously I would have said something different than what I would have said at 4 a.m. So, yeah. Anyway, thanks for putting in the time to go ahead and watch this video. If you guys have any questions, please be sure to leave a comment right below this video, and I will try to get back to you as soon as I can. Also, if you guys want to use the same charting software that I use, just be sure to check out the link right below this video. And yeah, I'll have more for you guys in the coming weeks and months ahead. Take care, folks.